Joe Biden is bragging to Erdogan, a person who is, again, a pretty vicious Islamist dictator for the past 10 years or so. He is bragging to Erdogan that they look forward to the next 5 years together. This is Biden suggesting he's going to run for re-election, of course.
I believe today's meeting with you within the margin of the NATO summit is the first step forward. Our meetings prior to this were mere warm-ups, but now we are initiating a new process. This new process is a process of 5 years, and now you are getting prepared for the forthcoming elections. And with the forthcoming elections, I would like to take this opportunity to also wish you the best of luck.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. I look forward to meeting with you for the next 5 years.
Okay, well, if that is the case, then why is it that Joe Biden is skipping dinner and going straight to his hotel? According to the UK Daily Mail last night, Joe Biden raised eyebrows after skipping dinner with NATO leaders on Tuesday night. Instead, he headed straight home to his hotel in Lithuania. A U.S. official blamed the 80-year-old president's busy schedule over 4 days and said he's preparing for a big speech on Wednesday. But that is, in fact, a change in schedule. This is not a healthy person. The media, meanwhile, are doing their best, as always, to prop up Joe Biden because they don't have a lot of other choices. Joy Behar over at The View, man, that lady, she's a weird lady. There's a report from Axios that Joe Biden likes to scream at his White House staff like a lot. It's one of his favorite things to do. Joy Behar has I'll say she has some weird turn-ons.
Swearing at people, it's a quirk. Kind of turned me on when I heard that the president gets angry and volatile. I'm not going to lie. I'm disappointed in just about every single thing he has done as president. I think he's just, the economy is wobbling at best. That's a kind way of putting it. His foreign policy is a disaster. He has no idea what he's doing in terms of China and Ukraine. So if he's throwing a few F-bombs here and there, I'm like, yeah, I kind of like it. I'm not going to lie.
Problem? What's her problem? I don't understand what the conversation was. I don't know.
I think it was just someone being angry make you turned on.
I'm just turned on by Biden's anger. I am too. I like it.
You like it?
I do.
Well, you have said that before.
I like that. I mean, he's such a mild-mannered, sweet guy.
That's weird. Kennedy was joking. Behar is like dead serious. I'm so concerned for her. That's very, very strange. Okay, meanwhile, Karine Jean-Pierre, she has announced that there are no updates on the missing cocaine at the White House. Here we go.
Any update on the investigation into the cocaine at the White House? The Secret Service indicated if they're closer to...
Yeah, I don't have any updates. As you know, as you just mentioned, Secret Service is under their purview. They're certainly investigating the situation. I just don't have anything updated. I would refer you to the Secret Service on that particular question.
No updates. I mean, what a mystery wrapped in enigma. Let's talk about the fact that in a scary, chaotic world, you need a little bit of time out to convene with God. It's kind of important. Well, regardless of your religion, you need more peace in your life. Hallow is an incredible app that offers a unique approach to prayer and meditation. Unlike other meditation apps, Hallow is tailored specifically for people of faith to deepen their relationship with God. The Hallow app is filled with studies, meditations, and reflections that are rooted in Judeo-Christian prayer practices. There are tons of Christians who work for this company, obviously. They use Hallow. They love it. You can pray alongside Mark Wahlberg, Jonathan Rumi, who portrays Jesus in The Chosen, even some world-class athletes. You can access the #1 Christian podcast, Bible in a Year, with Father Mike Schmitz on Hallow. Hallow helps you maintain a daily prayer routine. With features like progress tracking and streaks, you can stay motivated and make prayer a regular part of your daily routine. Set prayer reminders, invite others to pray with you, track your progress along the way. If you're looking to deepen your relationship with God, improve your mental and emotional well-being, try Hallow for 3 months for free at hallow.com/Shapiro. That's HALLOW.com/Shapiro. I pray 3 times a day. You should pray as often as I do, and you should use Hallowed in order to do it. Go check them out right now. Hallow.com/Shapiro. The FDA has now approved lab-grown chicken. Yes, meat formed in a lab will soon be coming to a store near you. Well, let's say that you're not so hot on the lab-grown chicken or the lab-grown beef, and instead what you would like is, a good old-fashioned piece of meat. You need Good Ranchers. Not only do they sell real meat from real animals, they sell the best meat this country has to offer. From steakhouse quality cuts of beef to better than organic chicken, everything Good Ranchers sources is from local farms right here in America. Plus, right now you get $30 off with my code Ben at goodranchers.com. They've got genuinely great products and top-tier customer service. You can't call the scientists in the lab to ask about their fake meat, but Good Ranchers has a team of people available for you to call. They will answer all of your questions, real meat and real service. I know how good they are because they actually made me the one kosher steak they've ever made, and it was just delicious. So, what exactly are you waiting for? Enjoy real meat and real service today with Good Ranchers. Visit goodranchers.com. Use my code Ben for $30 off any box. That is promo code Ben at goodranchers.com. Goodranchers.com is indeed American meat delivered. Go check them out right now. GoodRanchers.com. Use promo code Ben. Get $30 off any box of meat. Promo code Ben at GoodRanchers.com. Well, as always, Joe Biden's weakness is of no consequence to the Democrats because the person backing him up is absolutely terrible. Kamala Harris, we have another Deep Thoughts with Kamala here today.
And now, Deep Thoughts with Kamala Harris.
Yesterday, she was explaining transportation, and I got to say, man, AI has already surpassed Kamala Harris, like well surpassed Kamala Harris.
I again want to thank the Secretary for your work. This issue of transportation is fundamentally about just making sure that people have the ability to get where they need to go. It's that basic.
Yeah, that's what transportation is. It's where you move things from one place to another. I like when she defines basic words because she hasn't read the book. If you just assume that every Kamala Harris speech or presser is her giving a book report on a book she has not read, things make a lot more sense. They go, oh, Kamala, read To Kill a Mockingbird. Well, it's a story in which there is, in fact, a mockingbird. And it is, in fact, sometimes killed. And that's the important. Man, she is awful. That is why they have to keep upholding the Biden of it all. Okay, meanwhile, the Republican Party, we have another stupid scandal. And when I say stupid scandal, this is where one Republican says a dumb thing and now every Republican has to answer for it. You never see this with Democrats. You just don't. The answer for Democrats always, if someone says something dumb, is, why are you asking me? Right? Why is it my business what AOC said? Is it my job to answer for that person? But the way that it works for Republicans is a Republican says a dumb thing. And then we expand it into the biggest scandal that ever happened. And then we ask every single Republican in America about it in order to dissociate. You must dissociate. Show that you don't like this thing. Or how about it, like, it's not me and it's not my job to answer for anyone except for me. And if you want to ask me whether I think, for example, white nationalism is bad, evil, and racist, of course I do. But I don't understand why you're asking me since I never said that it wasn't. Have you ever invested in like a nice jacket or shoes, like a nice dinner? Well, your betting shouldn't be any different. Your betting should be awesome because you're spending a lot of time on it. Start investing in your best sleep with Boll & Branch. They make the only sheets that get softer with every wash. Boll & Branch sheets are made from the finest 100% organic cotton threads on earth. They feel buttery to the touch. They're super breathable, so they're perfect for both cooler and warmer months. Their signature hem sheets were made with luxurious threads. They're made without pesticides, formaldehyde, or other harsh chemicals. Best of all, Boll & Branch gives you a 30-night risk-free trial with free shipping and returns on all orders. You don't want to return them. They are much better than any sheets I've ever tried. Not only that, Boll & Branch also makes amazing blankets. They have an Afghan. I literally travel with this thing because I sleep so much better with it than I do with other bedding products. Sleep better at night with Boll & Branch sheets. For a limited time only, you can get early access to their annual summer event. Use code Shapiro to get 20% off today at bollandbranch.com. That's BOLLAND branch.com. Promo code Shapiro. Exclusions apply. See site for details. Go check them out right now. bollandbranch.com. Promo code Shapiro. Get 20% off at bollandbranch.com today. Senator Tommy Tuberville stepped in it the other day. He was asked about white nationalism. And I think, honestly, that you can almost see it on his face as this clip progresses, that he realizes he's made a boo-boo. I think that he thought that she said Christian nationalism. And there's been this widespread attempt by the left to morph white nationalism, meaning the idea that a white-only ethno-state would be better for the United States, and this idea of Christian nationalism, which is a little more controversial because it can be read in one of two ways. One is as like an actual theocracy, and the other is in America that has very solid traditional Judeo-Christian values that are embedded in public life. Those are not quite the same thing. But she didn't say Christian nationalism. She said white nationalism and asked him about it, and he blew it.
I'm totally against identity politics. I think it's ruining this country, and I think that Democrats ought to be ashamed for how they're doing this because it's dividing this country and it's making this country weaker every day.
But that's not identity politics. You said a white nationalist is an American.
It is identity politics.
You said a white nationalist is an American, but a white nationalist is someone who believes horrific things. Do you really think that's someone who should be serving in the military?
Well, that's just a name that has been given. I mean,
it's not. It's a real definition. There's real concerns about extremism.
So if you're going to do away with most white people in this country out of the military, we got huge problems.
It's not. It's not people who are white. It's white nationalists
that have a few probably different beliefs.
Right?
That have different beliefs. Now, if racism is one of those beliefs, I'm totally against it. I am totally against racism.
But
there's a lot of people that believe in different things.
Is racist, Senator?
Well, that's your opinion.
You can almost see him break out in sweat here because he doesn't know what he's talking about, obviously. right? He's saying that you shouldn't have racial discrimination in the military, and she's saying white nationalists shouldn't be in the military. Now, the case that you can make is that the government over broadly classifies white nationalists because every time you go to the Department of Homeland Security and ask them for a definition, they'll say things like people who want to make sure that their kids are not controlled by the NEA. And you make that definition. But the classical definition of white nationalism, of course, is racism. Alrighty, guys, the rest of the show continues right now. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll be getting into the mailbag. If you're not a member, become a member. Use code Shapiro. Check out for 2 months free on all annual plans. Click that link in the description and join us.